Phyllis Summer's new love on Young and Restless. 20+ eligible singles. That's one heck of a dry spell. The Young and the Restless hasn't given Phyllis Summers a proper love interest since Diane Jenkins rose from the grave and reclaimed Jack Abbott from her in 2022. Sorry, but we never bought her renewed interest in ex-husband Danny Romalotti for a second. That means it isn't just time, it's past time for Phyllis to lose her heart again in a big way. But to whom? Check out the below candidates from old flames that could be relit to new affairs that could be, let's say, memorable. Nick Newman. Though Phyllis X rebuffed her last seduction attempt, they are never more than a backward glance away from hitting the sheets anew. That said, the show seems to be moving him back in Sharon's direction. She did hallucinate him a lot when her bipolar meds had been messed with. Joe Schweifer. What if Phyllis decided to outdo Diane's attempt to redecorate the Abbott mansion by having her own place renovated? That could put Phyllis in the perfect position to build a relationship with her architect, guiding light grad John Wesley Shipp, even as she also catches the eye of Mark Jemison. Joe could be the guy Phyllis is actually dating, even though she tends to blush every time she's paid a compliment by her younger man contractor. Drop in the role David A. Gregory, Shipp's son on One Life to Live, and let the sexy game of May the Best Man Win begin. Brooks Prentice. We've been saying for years that Young and Restless should bring on the Savourist son of Laurie Brooks, and we know just who should play the legacy character. Roger Howarth, the Emmy winner with whom Stafford clicked so beautifully when she was playing Nina on General Hospital opposite his Franco. David Kimball. Michael Corbett has said that he'd be happy raise his villainous character from the grave, and since Phyllis wasn't even in Genoa City during his reign of terror, she could easily be suckered by the handsome devil's charms, which would leave Christine Williams in the uncomfortable role of her nemesis protector. Chance Chancellor. When Katherine Chancellor's grandson was reintroduced to the canvas in 2019, there were definite sparks between him and Phyllis, despite his flirtation with future ex-wife Abby Newman. But would Phyllis really go there with daughter Summer's last boyfriend? Maybe not. James Belmont. It never ceases to surprise us that another soap hasn't scooped up heat-seeking missile Kobe Ryan McLaughlin after his star turn as Shiloh on General Hospital. But that's good news for Young and Restless. The show could make him the Crimson Lights barista who gives Phyllis a reason to stop by besides latte. Michael Baldwin. As much as we'd love to see Stafford get to play a romance with Christian Jules LeBlanc, Sandra Nelson was Phyllis when she and her now bestie hooked up. We don't see any scenario in which she'd betray pal Lauren Fenmore by turning her husband into a friend with benefits. Damian Kane. Nate Hastings' newfound half-brother checks off pretty much every item on Phyllis' list of attractive qualities in a man. He's handsome, he's rich, and he looks like he's gonna be a whole lot of trouble. Imagine how much more fun he could have stirring the pot with Phyllis whispering in his ear. Photo. Howard Wise/JPI. Billy Abbott. Given Phyllis Valentine's Day dream about Jack's brother, it's obvious that her new business partner is on her mind, and maybe in her heart too. If she decided to turn up the heat with Billy, she'd get the extra amusement of taking him from girlfriend Sally. Suffice it to say, Phyllis has never been a fan. Randy Jefferson. With Yellowstone over and done, Ryan Bingham is free to saddle up and take on a new role. Why not keep him in a cowboy hat by making him the Newman Ranch's new hand, who takes a particular liking to Phyllis when she comes by to go riding with enemy-turned-friend Sharon? Deacon Sharp. Phyllis' relationship with the bold and beautiful bad boy tended to fall on the hate side of love/hate, but where there is intense dislike, there is usually intense passion. If the ex-lover's hooked up behind his wife Sheila Carter's back, it might bring the villainess back to Genoa City and granddaughter Lucy.